everybody, and welcome to the Lakelands football show. As always, Ethan and Andrew here to talk about the local teams that are playing this week. We're in a new setup. We got a new camera. We don't even need Billy anymore. He's not even here. But
got a nice new little backdrop too, looking a little more professional these days.
I know, and we dress down as much as we have all season.
Do you hear that, Ethan?
I think I hear a printer.
I think that's that faint clamping sound you hear is all of Greenwood's critics throughout the whole state shutting their mouths after last week's dismantling of Westside. It was a very impressive game for Greenwood. Westside comes in number 5 in the state, undefeated, 9-0. And Greenwood just blew them out, 34-0 at halftime, 55-7 final. Very impressive performance coming off 2 losses for Greenwood. Now I got some crow to eat too. I picked Westside in my column. I was very surprised at the outcome. I think I even asked Ethan once I heard the score. I think my question was, are they sure they didn't get that backwards? So it was a very surprising result for Greenwood, but it's exactly what they needed coming into this week. Facing a rival of theirs, just 25 minutes up the road, Lawrence. Coached by Greenwood boy himself, Chris Weiner. It's a huge game. Whoever wins goes to the playoffs. Whoever loses goes home. So massive, massive game tonight at J.W. Babb Stadium. I know you don't know much about Greenwood or Lawrence, Ethan, but what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, that's a lot of steam built up off that win. I know personally we don't really have any rooting interest as journalists, but we do get to know these coaches well, and it's going to be nice to hopefully see the criticism of Dan Pippen come down just a little bit.
At least for 1 week.
Yeah, I mean, Greenwood, like you said, has this huge win, playing for the chance to play in the playoffs. I don't know if you could get anybody or any team more up for anything than they should be this Friday.
And I don't care how down Greenwood may be any year, I don't think they're going to lose at home with the playoffs on the line. I just don't see it happening. I know from talking to Coach Liner up at Lawrence, they're very aware that Greenwood's won 18 games in a row against them, and they've kind of talked about that a little bit, he admitted. But I don't think that really matters. I think Greenwood's finally got some things clicking after last week. I think things are making a little more sense than they have in previous weeks. I think Greenwood's they're gonna fight their way to the playoffs.
So take that, 82 Eagle.
And our only other game of the week is the start of the playoffs in Skeeza 8-man football. Greenwood Christian, I think they've won 6 games in a row in dominating fashion after losing to Andrew Jackson. They open the playoffs tonight against Charleston Collegiate. Take it from there.
I mean, I know what you're thinking. 8-man football. I don't think he gets enough credit. This is a good group of athletes that would be playing anywhere in high school. They have 3 outstanding rushing options, followed by other younger rushing options. It starts with quarterback Caleb Heinzman, 1,000-yard rusher, 22 touchdowns, followed by Bryson Boggs, another 1,000-yard rusher. The third leading rusher on the team has 740 yards approximately, which is Ben Pettit.
Wow.
And that is created by solid offensive line play, and that's something they've had all season. They've been steamrolling people lately, and we've been getting the stat reports and just been blown away by the yards per carry and everything we're seeing. They have 70 total touchdowns this season. That's 7 per game for the 9-1 Hawks.
They're very efficient too. I know a lot of times they have, they only run about 16 plays a game and score about 9 touchdowns. So I don't see Greenwood Christian losing first round.
I'm taking the Christian Hawks.
All right, well that wraps up our first show in our new studio. I hope we still look as good as we did in our old spot. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Check us out online at indexjournal.com. Follow us on Twitter. IJ Ethan Joyce, IJ Andrew Mackey, sports editor Michael Christopher at IJ Michael Christopher.
#Lakelands football.
See you next week.